how IPO listing gains are taxed when you sell your allotted shares? The IPO craze has swept investors off their feet. As many startups and other companies have launched their IPOs recently, investors have made massive listing gains. India's biggest IPO, Life Insurance Corporation of India or LIC IPO, is around the corner, and with the stock market boom, more IPOs are on the way. As investors book massive profits from the IPO listings such as Nykaa, Zomato, Go Fashion, Latent View Analytics, etc., the top question on everyone's mind is, what will be the income tax on IPO listing gains? Hello and welcome. I am Prarthana from Clear, which is India's largest tax and financial services platform. Clear is here to help you with your tax filing. By the way, I have an exciting announcement for new subscribers. We have a free gift for you. We have curated 4 of our best calculators that will help you estimate the future cost of your financial goals as well as identify the lump sum that you need to invest to reach those goals. To claim it, subscribe to our channel and let us know in the form that is provided in the description below. Companies offer their shares to the public for the first time through an initial public offering or IPO. Privately owned companies become publicly traded firms after their shares are listed on the stock exchanges such as NSE and BSE. The IPO process is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Board of India or SEBI, the capital market regulator in India. You must bid for the shares of a company launched through the IPO within a set time. IPOs are oversubscribed if demand from investors exceeds the supply. The IPO allotment for oversubscription takes place through a computerized lottery. Generally, massively oversubscribed IPOs can give huge listing gains. Shares of a company launched through the IPO get listed on the stock exchange at a price called the listing price. The listing price may be higher or lower than the issue price, which is the price at which the IPO is first sold to the public. If the listing price is higher than the issue price, then investors can make profits called listing gains if they sell their shares. Talking of IPO trivia, the Dutch East India Company was the first company in history to offer its shares to the public through an IPO. Reliance Industries Limited or RIL was the first India company to launch its IPO in 1977. The Chinese company Ant Group's $34.5 billion IPO is the world's largest IPO. Paytm IPO, which opened for subscription on November 8, 2021 with an issue of Rs 18,300 crore, is India's largest IPO. Expect LIC IPO to break this record. IPOs of startups and other companies have interested many investors and have seen record oversubscription recently. Some IPOs have given massive listing gains, making the company promoters and top management crorepati's. Paras Defense and Space Technologies, which caters to optics, drones, electronic protection solutions, etc., listed at Rs 498.75 against its IPO issue price of Rs 175. Investors who got the IPO allotment made massive listing gains of 185% on the listing day. Latent View Analytics Limited, a data analytics firm, listed at Rs 488.6 against its IPO issue price of Rs 197. Investors saw huge listing day gains of 148%, making it the third biggest IPO gainer since 2007. Sigachi Industries surged to 70% on its listing debut. It had a listing day price of Rs 603.75 against an IPO issue price of Rs 163. IPOs had a record year in 2021 with 3 of the biggest gainers: Sigachi Industry, Paras Defense and Space Technology, and Latent View Analytics Limited. Many investors look at IPOs only for listing gains and they have not disappointed. Let's take a look at the listing gains of some top IPOs in 2021. The takeaway is investors saw massive listing gains from IPOs in 2021. However, not all IPOs give listing gains. 197 Communications Limited, which is the parent of Paytm, built at the IPO of the ticket listed at rupees 1564.15 against the IPO issue of rupees 2150, effectively a loss of 27%. Investors generally invest in IPOs for short-term gains. The opportunity to earn 50% to 100% in a day entices investors to jump into the IPO bandwagon. You must pick IPOs of companies with solid fundamentals such as sound financials and good management and invest for the long term. Read the draft, red herring prospectus to understand how the company intends to use the money raised from the IPO and the risks, if any. Invest in IPO only if you understand the company's business. Check who is running the company and its strengths and strategies. Financial experts recommend that you invest in IPOs only if you are confident of their long-term prospectus and not only for listing gains. Let us take a look at the share price of company that rose rapidly after their IPO listing. Takeaway is, as you see from the table, investors who stayed with their shares long after the IPO listing made massive gains. I hope by now you understood what IPOs are and how investors can earn massive listing gains from IPOs. Don't you want to know how IPO listing gains are taxed? If yes, then please type yes in the comment section below. Many investors who made massive listing gains from IPOs want to know how these gains will be taxed. If the shares allotted through the IPOs are sold within 12 months of holding, the realized gains are called short-term capital gains. The short-term capital gains are taxed at 15% with applicable cess. If investors sell shares allotted through the IPO after 12 months of holding, the realized gains are called long-term capital gains. The long-term capital gains above rupees 1 lakh are taxed at 10% with applicable cess. Long-term capital gains up to rupees 1 lakh are tax-free. The gains from IPOs are taxed similar to the sale of shares and there are no separate tax rules for listing gains. Taxpayers must disclose their IPO gains or losses when filing their income tax return, that is ITR. Short-term capital loss can be set off against short-term capital gains or long-term capital gains. Moreover, taxpayers unable to set off a short-term capital loss this year can carry them forward for up to 8 years if they file ITR this year. Let's understand how to calculate short-term capital gains tax on IPOs. Suppose you are allotted 15 shares of XYZ companies through an IPO at an issue price of rupees 1000. You sell 10 shares allotted through the IPO on the listing day at rupees 1500. The total sale value is 15,000 and your short-term capital gain is 5,000. The short-term gains are taxed at 15% with applicable cess. You incur a short-term capital gain tax liability of rupees 780. The takeaway is, if you are allotted shares through the IPO and you sell the shares on the listing date, the gain, that is the difference between sale price of the share and the issue price, is liable to be charged under the head short-term capital gain. The rate of tax on such gain is 15% plus cess as you have sold the shares within 1 year. Parents or guardians of a child must open a Demat account in the minor child's name to invest in the IPO. Open a Demat account in your minor child's name. As minor children don't have any source of income, the permanent account number or the PAN will be in the parent's name. You can open a Demat account but not a trading account in a minor child's name. Minor child's Demat account must be linked to the parent's trading account and also linked to the minor's bank account. Submit the KYC or Know Your Customer form in the name of the minor and parent and ensure the Demat account is operational before investing for the IPO in the minor child's name. Apply for the IPO in the minor child's name through ASBA or application supported by block amount using parent's ID. Well, how are IPO gains of minors taxed? The capital gains from selling shares allotted through the IPO to the minor are short-term or long-term depending on the holding period. Minor's short-term or long-term gains from the IPO are clubbed with the taxable income of the parent earning the higher income. Gains are taxed depending on the parent's income tax slab. Bottom line is, IPOs are taxed similar to shares and other equity investments depending on the holding period. There are no separate tax rules for IPO listing gains. Hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions on IPO taxation, feel free to comment, and if you have got capital gains from IPOs and need help filing your taxes, use our live expert assisted service. You get the assistance of a dedicated tax expert for complex filing scenarios such as foreign income, freelancing income, etc. through a video call. Clear is here to help you solve any tax query through your dedicated tax expert. Link of the expert assisted service is in the description, and you can use the code OFF20 to get a 20% off on it. Do subscribe to our channel and claim your free gift. Till then, take care and see you.